Seventh day, and God had just finished making the world. And as he looked down on the beauty of the world, he suddenly went, "Oh no!" And he realized that he had made a terrible mistake. Yes, God had made a mistake. He had forgotten to give men brains. Yeah, I can see Abby smiling here, nodding. No. When I say men, I don't just mean the male of the species, mankind. Okay. Yeah, you may be going, yeah, right, you know, my husband definitely as well. Okay, no. He'd forgotten to give mankind brains. And because they didn't have a brain, men and women were arguing over all sorts of things. Okay, and fighting and quarreling. And there was a lot of unhappiness in the world, and God was so sad. So he called his right-hand man, he called the Archangel Gabriel. He said, "Gabe," he said, "take this." He picked up a big bucket. It was full of grey matter. And Gabriel said, "What's that?" God said, "It's the brains. Go down to earth and give people the brains." So Gabriel took the big bucket and he went down. But there were so many people, and he only had a bucket. And so he started to kind of like give a little bit to everybody, okay? But there were so many people, he didn't have enough. And so he sort of tried to give just a little bit. And God soon realized that a man with half a brain is not much better than a man with no brain at all. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm pointing at you when I say that. So he called Gabriel back and said, "This isn't working." He said, "We need to try a new tactic." He said, "I know what we'll do, okay? Why don't we just give some people the brains, okay? Some special people the brains, and they can be responsible for telling everybody else what they should do, how they should behave." And Gabriel looked at God and said, "Really?" He said, "I don't think that's going to work." He said, "People don't like being told what to do, especially Singaporeans. Okay, will never work. They'll never listen." And God said, "Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Because these special people will have a way of making people listen to what they say." "Really?" said Gabriel. Said God, "Trust me." So Gabriel said, "Okay, so we're going to give these brains to some very special people. What are you going to call them? They deserve a special name." And God said, "Yeah, you're right, they do. Because to have the responsibility of handing on the wisdom of the world from one generation to the next generation and to the next generation, that's a huge responsibility. They need a very special name." And God said, "I know, we'll call them Storytellers." Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the festival.